Hi, and welcome back to Dirty Brains Garage. Today we're going to be playing around with this little 2018 Hyper Tough. I know nothing about this mower at the moment, but one thing I do know, I believe this mower's got low hours on it, and it needs to be fixed, and it needs to get a new home. Now originally, the whole story on this deal, we got this other MTD over here. It's got a well, I believe it's got a one-boy engine on it. That's another story right now. But anyway, I saw that mower first, sitting in the yard. It's been sitting there for ages, trying to contact the people and everything. Turns to find out it's actually a very good friend of mine that owns both of these mowers, and he's also my mailman also. Very, very nice guy. But anyway, so we got to talking on him, and basically he just wanted them going. He's like, he was hoping to sell both of them, and I said, oh, I'll tell you what. I said, how about if I get them running, I'll sell them, and we'll both make a few bucks off of them. He said, that works for me. So that's exactly what's going on here. Now, in the meantime, I got another friend of mine that's actually looking for a mower. She's kind of petite and everything, so I was hoping to find something like this for her. A nice lightweight mower. You know, it's got some power to it and everything, and it's going to make her easier to mow a yard with. So this is going to be the perfect fit for her. So I'm going to be a quick walk around here. I'm going to show you something. Now, I honestly believe this mower has sat more than it's actually been used. I did give it a quick wash the other day. I just blew it off with water and everything. But it's, you know, the deck and everything's in beautiful shape. One area of concern I have right now with this mower, I didn't get a chance to speak with the gentleman that I got him from. He was in a hurry, I was in a hurry, and everything. But you're gonna see, we got a brand new blade on this thing. This blade has never once cut a blade of grass. Now that normally tells me that they may have bent the old blade. Maybe it's got a sheared flywheel K or something to that effect. So we're gonna have to check that out. But as you can see, this deck on this mower is not bad at all. As I said, I don't think this mower's got a ton of hours on it. So I think this is gonna make somebody a good mower. I did check to verify the shaft is not bent or anything. So that's where we're gonna go from there with it. But for right now, what we're gonna do, I did check the oil. It's low on oil. The oil's black, whatever, not a big deal. The gas smells like it's been in there for several years. I guarantee it's not gonna run a mower. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna go ahead and pop this air breather cover off. We're gonna give it a shot of happy juice and see what goes on with it. See if it'll fire at all, or maybe the key's, you know, stripped out. I really don't know at this point. I didn't have a chance to speak with him very much when I picked up the mowers. He was in a hurry, I was in a hurry and everything. So let's go as far as that. But another thing, I had the incorrect bail handle on it, so I found this one. I freed up the cable. You know, we got that working as it should. So let's go ahead and juice this thing and see what it does real quick. I'm kind of curious. Yeah. That's always a very promising sign. Either it's a new air filter, or, as I said, I don't think this thing's got a ton of hours on it. So go ahead and give it a shot of spray and see what it's going to do for us. See if it'll do anything. sound all that bad. So, all right. Well, that's always a good thing. So I think what we're gonna end up doing here, I noticed we got some paint peeling off and whatnot. I think what we're gonna end up doing, we're gonna go ahead and pop this motor off. That'll give me a chance to clean the deck up. We're gonna grease the wheels, all that nonsense. Pull this motor apart, pull it down, pull the carburetor off of it, clean the gas tank, you know, all the usual nonsense. And I think we're gonna end up with a good runner out of this one. So stay tuned, we'll be back shortly and we'll get this motor off and get it on the stand and tear it apart. Alright, so I didn't really think the last clip of the video worthy. Me pulling the engine off, it was the blade, 3 mounting bolts, and the bail cable and the pull starter. Nothing major. But anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna head and take this engine apart real quick. So you're gonna get 1, 2, 3 8mm bolts, 5/16, whatever you wanna call them. You got a couple 1/4-inch bolts right here that's gonna hold the shield onto the muffler, and then there's a couple 8mm. They're gonna hold the muffler onto the block. And over here, you're gonna have 1 and 2. Now there is 4 bolts to hold this on. I normally just pull the breather assembly off with the carburetor. There's no point in disturbing that just because of the fact that I'm gonna be taking out and washing it anyway. And once you have the pull starter removed, the gas tank's gonna slide right out of there. So give me a minute here. We're gonna go ahead and take this thing apart. I'm gonna actually probably do this by hand. So we'll go from there with that. There we go. I brought my little handy dandy Tupperware thing. Throw some bolts in while we're working on this thing. No way in the video. And I'll probably lose it by the end of the video. I'll be searching for it. Yeah, how it goes. There's our 3 pull cover bolts. So that's going to come right out of there. As I said, the gas tank actually slides right out of the bracket here. Sometimes you need 2 hands to do this. It's okay, you got them. There we go. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and take your 2 outer bolts off. The outers are 8mm, and I believe the inner one's 7mm. I just assume take this thing off in one assembly just because it's, it really doesn't need to be separated. Carburetor ready to go. Pop your breather thing off of there. something I wanted to show you. This happens very often. We're removing one of these carburetors. You're gonna see you got your white, this is a little tab. This actually slides into the carburetor, and the O-ring is right there. These both have to go back into the carburetor before it gets reinstalled again. But as you can see, we got a little bit of grime in there and everything. We're gonna go ahead and pop this coil, clean all this up, clean the flywheel surfaces up. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pop this flywheel, the cup off. I wanna see if this key's sheared on this engine. About 15/16. Let's see what we got here. Huh. And to my surprise, it is not sheared. I thought for sure that we were going to find a sheared flywheel key here. Normally people don't replace a blade and not cut grass with it, but hey, it takes all kinds, you know. But yeah, nah, she's right where she belongs. But we will be we're going to go ahead and pop this coil out of here. We're going to clean all the connections and whatnot. Get all this cleaned up and everything. As I said, the only thing left now, we're gonna go ahead and take these two 1/4-inch bolts out of here, get this guard off, and then we're gonna get this muffler out of here. And this engine will be ready for paint. Well, after I clean it, obviously. Hey guys, figured I'd go ahead and give you a quick overview of what's going on here. I have the engine off the mower and everything. I went ahead and took my wire wheel here, cleaned some of the nonsense off, and I'm gonna have to go ahead with some sandpaper and everything. It's gonna be impossible to do this one-handed while filming and everything, but yeah, she's looking all right. Anyway, so what you want to do, you're gonna get that cleaned up, and then turn around, you're gonna take a little paint thinner, put it on a rag, and wipe everything down really good. And that's gonna purify it just enough to the point that your paint and primer will stick to it. I got some 3M, no, Rust-Oleum rather, paint and primer mix. It's like it's a matte black, whatever you want to call it. It will match right up with this engine. So that's what's going on right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that tonight. That way I can let it bake out here in the sun for tonight, and tomorrow probably half the day or so. And then while I'm painting the deck, we can go ahead and let this thing bake for a little bit. So, but there's your little tech tip for the day. Just scuff it down, wipe it down, and spray it. Comes out beautiful every time. Alright guys, I figured I'd just show you around this thing. I've been making a little headway on it. It is hot as blazes here in Kentucky the last few days, so I haven't done a lot of filming, but the sun's helping me out greatly, getting paint to dry and everything. But yeah, there's a finished product on a block. Went ahead, got the muffler all cleaned up, coils all cleaned up. You know, I've been cleaning things as I go. The deck, that was just WD-40 and some fine steel wool. Wiped it down, come out beautiful. Here's the new, the bolts for the mountain cover, for the Polestar rather. So, about the only thing we got left now, final thing to this job is the carburetor. I did pull it apart. As I said earlier in the video, yeah, I don't think that gas is going to be starting anything. So I think that pretty much proves that this mower has done more sitting than it actually has running. You can see it actually, the gas discolored all the parts and everything. Blast it with carburetor cleaner, it'll come right off. But I'm going to go ahead and do my paper clip trick on this jet, clean that out. You're going to see a lot of videos on these E-Series engines saying you have to drill the jet in order to make it stop surging and everything, and I'm sorry, as far as I'm concerned, that is not true. I've done several of these carburetors on here, and I've done others, plenty of others off film. I would dare say I've done over 100 of these carburetors. I had one carburetor surge, and one mower surge rather, and it was not the carburetor. It ended up being the spring right here. It's your governor spring. That spring was weak on that mower. I actually cleaned that carburetor 4 or 5 times. The surge would not go away. So I ended up, I noticed that spring seemed a little weak. I changed that out. The surge was gone. The mower's still running great to this day for that matter. So that's pretty much it on this one. We're going to see you in the driveway shortly. Go ahead and zap the rest of this back together, and we're going to take it out here and fire it off, and hopefully we got a good runner out of this. Alright guys, well, here's the finished product out in the sunlight. I hope you'd agree, for a 5-year-old lawnmower, she don't look too shabby at all. As I mentioned, I greased all the wheels. Well, we didn't have to sharpen a blade because it's brand new, but as we all know, looks aren't everything. So now's the important part. Let's see if this whole thing's gonna fire up for us. It's currently probably in the 90s here right now. I'm both sweating. It's alright though. Alright, so give me a second here. Go ahead and primer a couple times. What happens? Works for me. So that's how you save a 2018 Hyper Tough. I think the new owner is going to absolutely love this thing, and my other buddy's going to be happy to put some cash in his pocket, and I'll be happy, and guess we're off to the next one. So I thank you for watching, and have a great day.